So, my question for today is, when will it ever start? When will you ever decide on achieving your goal? Right? Today, we look at so many different people that have achieved, that have the greatest cars, that have like the best friend group, that have the money, all the things that they ever wanted in this life, they have it, right? But we look at a person where you may be sitting in your chair, in your home. You got bills to pay. You don't know what your next steps are going to take, right? You don't know what you're going to do to achieve that next step. So the question is, when will it ever start? Is it going to start today? Is it going to start in 30 minutes from now? Is it going to start tomorrow? When will it ever start? See, this is a question we ponder on because we go through our life living this dream fictional world that everything is going to work out. I'll go on Instagram and I'll look at your page and all you're doing is posting memories and you're posting, oh, I'm doing this and I'm showcasing this and this is my life. But realistically, when you get home, you sit back in the chair and you're like, what the fuck is my life? That's one of the most important things because you come back to the question of today I'm going to start. But the real question is, when will I start? You can't run away from that question because the day you decide to start is the day you actually receive your goal. So I'll speak on me, right? I was pondering on this question. I'm like, when will I start? And I knew May 1st was coming. I knew that there was certain decisions that I have to make in showing up for myself. See, I'm super aware of the fact that I get overwhelmed in going to the darkness. There's nothing ahead of me. It's just strictly faith, right? And I recognize that. So even in the midst of carrying that burden, carrying the fact that like, damn, I know I get overwhelmed and when I do a situation, it carries me to the opportunity to say, well, I can change this and get 5% better tomorrow. Or 1% because of my awareness. See, we have a lot of people that are out here and like, I'm the smartest in my group. There's no way that I'm not making money. Why am I'm so smart? And then you look at the person in your class and you're like, how are they making so much money? It's because of your ego, right? It's because the notion that you were taught in school was, if you're smart, you're going to be successful. That's not the game of life. The game of life, realistically, once you get out of school, once you get out that environment, the real question is, am I who I say I am? I can be smart, but is my smart, is the intelligence that I'm racking up, is that hindering me? The awareness that I have, is that hindering me from achieving my goals? These are questions that you got to constantly ask yourself, right? You can't keep going in a situation and saying, well, I'm the smartest person. And when I was in college, I was this. When I graduated with a degree, I was this. Well, I know I was valedictorian and now I'm here. It's like nobody cares about that in real life. The only thing you have is today, right now, to prove to yourself that you are exactly saying and you are exactly who you say you are. Yes, you are smart. Yes, you are intelligent. Yes, you are wise. And you're knowledgeable about certain topics. Those are all things that should be applauded. But you cannot be in the delusion of saying, because I carry all these attributes, I don't apply my knowledge, my wisdom, all the intelligence that I have to the goal that you want to achieve. I go back and forth with this because it's so relatable in my life. In my life, I always had to prove something to somebody. Whether it was my parents, where I was getting D's and I was getting F's. I was in I had IEPs and I was in special education because I had to keep, but realistically, I didn't care about school. See, I saw the face of my mom and my parents and the people I knew. Like, I saw their faces in like this disgust of like, why is this kid like this? So when I went and I made the decision, when I transferred schools, I made the decision where I'm like, oh, you guys think I'm dumb. I'm not dumb. I just didn't apply myself. This is the same scenario that I am, the same concept that a lot of individuals play. It doesn't matter about those old experiences, but those old experiences have molded you to have this type of mindset about your life in this moment, to recognize that, well, I have all these things from my past and from my experiences. Well, this is kind of my driving motivation, right? See, I'm 25 right now. Do you think I have people in my ear saying, hey, you're not that smart to do this. You're not that equipped to do this. No, it's a different type of wordplay, right? These things we're conditioned to think to ourselves in a place where we see people and people have these perspectives on us, that is our world. I realized when I was in 5th grade, 6th grade, well, you guys presume that I am dumb because I am not applying myself. And I'm telling you guys, I'm just not applying myself. I thought school was fun. And then I started applying myself, and then I had straight A's. I had straight A's from 7th grade through college. So in my mind, I'm recognizing, well, the application of me being smart came from saying, well, I just never applied myself. So it's the same thing in the suggestion field that you're trying to get into now. When will it start? When will the noise get bigger than that will push you into showing people, well, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Me personally, I just haven't applied myself. This goes for clothing. This goes for the businesses that I start. The application part is the most important part. I am a certified beast. I don't look at situations where I have to get forced into my back against the fucking wall. I have to get pushed towards that. See, my narrative is shifting because I don't want to be forced against the wall. I want to do it because I like to do it. That's the question that you have to ask yourself. Do I need people to force me into this corner? Or can I trust and have faith in the knowledge that I have to will myself to $10,000 a month, to will myself to a $20,000 a month, to will myself to a $50,000 a month? These are the questions that we have to ask ourselves. We can't look at our situation and dwell in our situation and dwell in our past and dwell in our experiences to not push us forward. People are so afraid to put themselves out there. I'm gonna bring this up again because it's always on my mind, right? It's constantly on my mind. You know, we have friends and we have our friends and everybody's moving in different areas in our lives. You are not your friend. Point blank period. You are not your friend. You are not your friend. I want you guys to understand that. So when your friend is being successful, congratulate your friend and have them be successful. That's your friend. But I do not want you to look at a situation comparing yourself because you are in a different world and you see your friend in a different world. Those things do not correlate. You are your own entity, which allows you to change. This project that you have, that we are all in right now, is the most important thing. I spoke on one of the person that commented under my videos about for me, I don't like working jobs. I think it is either you go all in on your business or you go all in on the job, the application that you applied. My mind just works like that. When I played football, it was like that. It was straight football. When I was in school, it was straight school. That's all I focused on. Passing the class, passing the class, passing class, right? And I appreciate what that person said about, yeah, go out there, get a job, let the job fund you to do and operate on your side. Me personally, there are people out in this world, and you may be just like me. You may work the amount of jobs, 20 plus jobs, and you're like, fuck, I'm not getting anywhere with working these jobs. So when will I start asking me the hard questions of what's making me not go hard in a thing? Is it because of the new aspect? Is it because you're going in blind? Okay, how do we get past the blindness? Well, do you watch YouTube videos? Do you find a model? Okay, after the model, do you just move to the next step? You found the model, you found the tutorial, you found the training. You don't have to watch 20,000 trainings to be certified under this umbrella of saying, hey, I'm running an agency. You just have to have that belief in saying, well, I took the first step on watching a course that allowed me to put myself in a different position. I have now accumulated enough knowledge to go out there and to go insert myself into a field that I've never been into. That's what business is. Every time you go into business, it is a blind eye to exactly what you're trying to achieve. Everybody, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. Everybody that goes into business wants money. I want fucking money. But you have to acknowledge those traits in you that's going to unlock the beast in you to achieve those goals. Point blank, period. Nobody is going to take your hand and going to walk you to the fucking water fountain and make you drink. Nobody's doing that. As you get into life, you start to see the perspectives that we have. And as I'm growing, I'm acknowledging that there are a lot of tropes in my life that I am taking for granted and that I'm not addressing because I do not want to ask myself the hard questions of when will I start?